Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Dave's Faves. And today we are talking about the Dvořák Serenades, the Serenade for strings and the Serenade for winds on one disc. That's the key here. You got to have the two of them coupled. That's why it's my fave disc of the two. I mean, they're wonderful performances of both works. The wind serenade often comes coupled with other wind things. The string serenade often comes with the Tchaikovsky string serenade or someone else's. But to get the two Dvořák serenades together, which I think is a wonderful idea because they're so different, but they're both ultimate Dvořák. This one, Marriner and the Academy of St. Martin in the Fields, one of his very, very greatest records on Phillips. Now you expect them to do the string serenade very well. And it's such a lovely performance. You know, Marriner was really, really good at music that had that sort of style and culture and elegance, and they play it magnificently. I mean, he was a string player himself, a violinist. He had them playing with impeccable ensemble, and he keeps the thing moving. It's not sticky. It's not dull. It's not overly sappy. I mean, it's a very sweet piece. It can sound, it can sort of, well, there's one over here. I can tell you actually where it does just that. Wait a minute. Here it is. Wait, there we go. See, here's Dvořák. It's right up there. It's handy. It's this one with the Philharmonia under Christopher Warren Green with his fantastic looking hairdo there, you know. This is one where the string serenade just hangs fire. It's just goopy, and we don't want goop with the string serenade. No. Goop is bad. So that goes back where it belongs. Now, Marriner does not give us goop. He gives us beautiful, singing, effortless lyricism with beautifully pointed rhythms and gorgeous phrasing. I mean, that's what you want. Now, but the real surprise for me in this was the wind serenade, and this is on Decca now. It was Phillips, as you can see there. Was the wind serenade? They're good wind players. Don't get me wrong, wonderful wind players. I always found English oboes to be a little sort of like snake charmerish, but that was back in the 60s. They've cleaned up their act since then. But this is such a fabulous performance of the string serenade. And what makes it so wonderful, as so often is the case in music of this era back to the classical period, basslines. Basslines, because Dvořák's wind serenade is scored for, there are 13 winds or whatever it is, a bunch of winds, plus a contrabassoon and double bass. And you really want to hear those bottom notes. At bum bum ba da 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 bum ba dum like that. You really want to hear them hit those bottom notes. You want a firm bass line throughout the work. And they often have melodic interest, but even when they don't, there has to be a foundation to the tone. And this performance has the foundation. I mean, it really, really does. You would be amazed. I mean, how many beautiful performances there are of the wind serenade. They're absolutely lovely, but there's something missing at the low end. You've got to have that. And here you've got a contrabassoon and the double bass. So it has a nice, the contrabassoon sounds like a musical fart. So, you got to be kind of careful how you use it. But when you have a double bass, that adds a certain spread to the tone, a certain gruffness and warmth and fuzzy quality at the bottom that kind of deflatulates the contrabassoon. I don't know how they did it. But however they did it, they just had a wonderful sounding bottom. Now, everybody else is splendid. The clarinets are gorgeous, and the second movement really lovely, and the oboes are just sentimental and yearning and nostalgic in the slow movement. And in the finale, they all have a wonderful sense of rhythm. That it really just sounds wonderful. And again, because that bass line chugs along on the bottom, it just has body. It has substance. That's the word, substance. Mahler said about the Dvořák Wind Serenade that it had more music in it than many modern symphonies of the day. And he was right. It is thrillingly tuneful. It is absolutely glorious. It's in 4 movements. I mean, it's basically a symphony. for winds. It really is, although it's short. I mean, it's what, 9, 10, plus 23 minutes, 24 minutes. Okay, it's a short symphony. And it's symphonically conceived. It has cyclical form, the outer ends. So does the string serenade, by the way. But wow, what a fabulous performance this is. It's just amazing. The sonics are great. I mean, the playing time isn't huge. It's like 40 some odd minutes. I don't care. If I want to hear the 2 Dvorak string serenades on one disc, this is the best in the biz. It's Neville Marriner and the Academy of St. Martin in the Fields. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.